Okay, this week's free stock pick, greatstockpicks.com, ATPG. Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first pick of 2011, so let me throw that in there. ATPG has made our list before. There's a symbol. Had a spike back here. These are daily candles. A couple equal highs here around 1650 that it's trying to break out above. And so we have, we always look for stacked catalysts. And if you zoom in here, I really like this if it gets over 1744, the high from mid-October. You look to the left, there's not really much in the way of this thing breaking out. Having said that, 1744, and I'm going to zoom in, the last few days have been interesting. It put in a high of 1729 a few days ago. And then today on Monday, the first trading day of 2011, a high of 1714. So there's our stacked catalyst that we look for, 1715. Right here, if it, on Tuesday, if it can break Monday's high, 1715, very interesting catalyst there, because it could get us through last week's high of 1730. And if it gets through that, you look to the left, you've got a 1745. Those three numbers, the way I do that, I open a little notepad and I keep my list for the day on that, and I have ATPG. Well, it's also on the member page if you're a member on our watch list for Tuesday. But anyway, I have a notepad with a 1715 next to ATPG written down, and then a little / 1730, and then 1745. So I know all the catalysts, while I'm trading. They're already on a notepad sheet right in front of me. Now, as I always say in these videos, I don't know how the market's going to open tomorrow. The market could gap way down. Market could gap way up. ATPG could do the same thing. So everything I've just told you is predicated on the assumption that we're going to open somewhere around the 17 area, okay? And then remember our catalyst, 1715, 1730, 1745. In a perfect world, it opens around 17, trades for 5 or 10 minutes in a narrow range, and then then it goes to 1715, breaks Monday's high, and I'll buy there, knowing that I've got catalyst to the left, 1730. Just to the left could give me some more upside, and 1745 could be the beginning of a nice breakout. So, but in a perfect world, I'll be able to grab this on Tuesday around 1715. I don't know what's going to do though. If it opens at 1620, a big gap down, then when it gets to 1715, all bets are off. I'm not going to take it. It will have already run too far in the short term. So I can't go over every possible scenario here. So that's just a little brief highlight of some of the things we look for. But as always, we will post a follow-up video on Tuesday night to show you if we traded ATPG and how we traded it. So kind of an after-the-fact teaching tool. So we'll leave it at that. We've got your catalyst prices. Got a nice looking chart here. I don't think I ever drew the the little wedge pattern. You can kind of see it right there. So above this, it looks really good. I guess I can show you another one we're watching. SOL is starting to get interesting. This is solar, big sell-off here, and you kind of have the same thing. Stacked catalyst. You got some recent highs that, if broken, could turn this thing. Not quite sure if it's ready yet, but that's also one of them. We've got 6 more on our watch list, and we'll be adding some for the live trading chat room as the day unfolds as well. And watch some of our past videos. We put a highlight video up almost every day. Kind of get an idea of the low risk setups that we look for. That might help you trading ATPG tomorrow as well. So anyway, we'll follow up tomorrow night with a video on what we did with it. And have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.